I'm ready to slash and burn.
No quarter. I am going to be uncomfortable and all over you from start to finish.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Outside of the Box. And this is what I'm going to call my controlled chaos episode, because I am here with Team Stamina, and this is the most number of people I have ever had on a show. So yeah, like, awesome. You guys are all awesome. I'm happy to have you here. We're here to talk about robots and Norwalk stuff and all of that. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us. Yeah. This is gonna be chaos. Absolute chaos.
No,
It's
gonna be fine. We're sorry in advance.
Yeah, we apologize.
Fine. So for anybody who doesn't know any of these gentlemen on the show here, we're gonna go around and just like everybody introduce themselves. So I don't know, we might just go in alphabetical order. So I'm gonna start with Alex. Let's just do it that way.
I am Alexander Richmond. Shout out to my commission business. Oh yeah.
Yes, by
Alexander,
stop.
I do a lot of builds at the lower weight classes. There you go.
Perfect.
Should be Chris.
Everyone, commission Alex to build your shit because he knows what he's doing.
No heavyweights, please. Thank you.
I'll do a middleweight for you. Nothing over 3 pounds. You're fine.
Well, I've done 30s.
Oh yeah, you did Plyohazard, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biohazard one. Chris Snow.
The big one with the TPU forks.
Yeah.
All right, so next up, me, I guess?
Yes.
All right, so my name is Chris Cap, and I am the builder of Power Surge 2, which competes at Norwalk. You may have seen me. I'm a little crazy. Just a little.
Let's go!
Let's go! Yeah, I've been going to Norwalk for about 2 years. I am a full-time college student studying engineering, and I hope to do it for a job too. So I guess, I don't know, I'm losing my train of thought, sorry. Yeah, I build robots, I go to Norwalk, and I study engineering, I guess. We'll just go with that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Now we have 3 J names, so.
Go with the best one first.
Wait, James goes first because he's
Sorry,
No, but
I'm
James,
James.
the worst one.
yeah,
Also,
I'm sorry you chose
we
me
also
first.
have a John that wasn't able to make it today. We have a John,
Oh, yeah.
Johnny, James.
Yeah,
and
no, the John is the worst one. And then it comes me.
The J Squad.
All right, so I'm James Gaffner. I'm in high school. Way back then, maybe like I met Johnny like 7, 8 years ago. Probably around there. I introduced Johnny to BattleBots. And then we started building Lego BattleBots. So he included like the RC ones, and it was a long time ago. And then it was a lot of fun in New York. And then he built the 3-pound one, Spartan, May 2021. A lot of fun. And then we came from there, built up, and then Johnny moved to the Bahamas and met Johan. And from there, we just kept on. I built my bot, Voltage. I'm working on a new one called Riot. But working from there, 3-pounders, Johnny, he can tell you more about what he's doing now. But yeah, so Johnny found Team Stamina. I introduced the BattleBots, and we've been friends forever.
Mm-hmm. James is I grew up playing soccer with James in like 3rd grade. He was on my soccer team. It's funny where we've ended up.
Johnny Super Soccer.
Yes. All right,
Johnny
Johan.
Soccer, my favorite.
Oh, yeah. So hi, I'm Johan. I met Johnny like a year ago, and he's kind of introduced me to BattleBots. I came to, I think, last September NHRL, and I loved it so much. Everybody was so nice and awesome. I met a bunch of builders, and they were like so kind to this stranger. So yeah, I'm currently catting. I'm gonna build a 3-pound horizontal for this September.
His first cat.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
pretty good first cat. Pretty good first
It's a
cat.
really
It's
good first
it's
cat.
not even it's not my first cat. Johnny's seen some of them. They are scary.
But like
No,
his
no,
first
no.
true complete robot
I feel
cat.
like we all have
Yeah.
those Tinkercad robots we designed in like
Yeah.
third grade.
Yeah,
that are,
like when you were like 2,
boxes.
yeah. The,
And
the,
we-
the boxes of the cube on the front as a spinner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Yeti.
and we all thought we were just such
Yes.
engineering masters. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
I'm
yes.
thinking
Like
that.
look at my new beautiful design. I'm sure to win BattleBots with this one.
Bots.
Yeah, I have a couple monstrosities somewhere.
Yeah.
Crunchy.
Johnny.
My turn. Okay. I'm Johnny.
No, you're not.
Oh, I guess I'm not. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Lars.
Hi Lars. I'm Johnny.
This is already just falling apart. We're not even
5 minutes
It's
in.
fine.
I feel so bad.
Okay.
We
I'm
didn't even
Johnny.
make it past it.
I am the captain of Team Stamina, and
Boo.
basically
Ooh.
get anywhere. Basically, we were already all like builders, most of us in the community. So we kind of knew each other before we were a team. So then I was just like, guys, let's become Team Stamina. So we were all already friends before that, which is why we get along so well, and we all have the same immature humor, and
Oh, you smell.
you know,
It's stupid.
no, we're
It's
just
not.
teenagers.
yeah, we're all just a bunch of teenagers having fun. But I really love all of you so much, and it's so awesome that we're here right now, like to see everyone. Because most of us haven't some of us haven't met each other in person yet. You know?
Dude.
But yeah, that's it for me pretty much.
I've met everyone. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
haven't
no,
met Lars, so I
I
gotta
do,
meet
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Speaking on that, most of us like live like across the US. Like
Yes.
different like
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah,
New
me and
York.
Alex are the only ones.
Yeah,
that
we should
live
put that in our
remotely close to each other.
introductions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Johnny lives in the Bahamas with Johan and Finland.
Yeah, I live in the bush.
Yeah, we
Good.
literally.
Yes, bro has that bush hideout.
But yeah, I run Spartan and NHRL. I have what's left of him from May.
It's fine. Serviceable. Serviceable.
Fine.
Yeah.
Serviceable. Can
He's
she be salvaged?
mm-mm. It's
Oh,
time
are
for
you
me
sure?
to
Are you
start.
sure about
Time for me
that?
to start. Who's next?
Me, I assume.
Yeah, Lars.
I don't
Hi,
know the
my name is
alphabet.
Lars. I'm probably most known for the hit robot Jet Lag, which is looking really hot right now. And I've been doing this for a while, like 2 years since like 2020. Maybe actually that's a lot more, like 2021, because like I went to sort of the museum with Antweights in 2021. And yeah, like I've known these guys since the first Norwalk in May, I think. I don't really know. I can't
It
remember.
was November 2020.
It was
Yep.
yeah, November. So I've been doing this for a while, and I've now been hopefully you'll see me at Norwalk with a different beetle if I can be bothered to finish the cat. And I've been doing like ants and beetles, ants and plastic ants and fairies and stuff like that for a while now. With
And
the
beating
cat
me
ant.
with them.
Yes. With my very well designed, well engineered, in quotation marks, robots that are totally not just blocks of TPU that somehow work.
It's very sad that Lars is the
Very,
only one of us
serious,
who actually
amazing
wins
names, too.
events.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, so I do robots, I guess.
Nerd.
Most of us do.
Ew, I hate robots. They suck. They are very bad. Like this one in particular is really bad. I hate it. It
So-
does way too
Can you
well.
win
Do hate
that
your robots,
class?
Lars. Don't worry.
It does way too well that it has any right to do. It's bad.
Wide.
Yeah, Mitchell.
All right, so my name is Mitchell. I'm in the Massachusetts area. I just started. I'm very new to the sport. I've been like watching BattleBots for like 6 years now, but I just had my first event in the March event. Lovely event with Flying Purple People Leader, which amazing 0-2
Good.
record. No damage to it whatsoever. The frame is intact. It was moving awfully. And it was really
Been through
fun
a
though.
mess right there.
Yeah, I met Johnny actually through, and I'd actually known Lars for longer, but I met Johnny through the Norwalk Havoc server. Actually, I had spectated a couple events in 2021 September and December, and I say, hey, I want to get started this. Johnny's like, yo, you should come to September, and so that was really fun. I was kind of just there helping out. I was eventually just with Lars, who got second place in that event, and
that
so
was fun
I
times,
ended up
me and you in the stand.
finally finishing
going
my beetle,
crazy.
and yeah, I'm bringing it back hopefully August. I'm so sorry.
Mitchell, you have the best robot name out of all of us. It's
Yeah.
The
I-
weapon
oh,
has
yeah.
a name too.
How
Yeah.
dare you? How
is- it's-
dare you?
so
Fully
it's Rainbow.
Dogga
This is
a
the gay
far
bar.
superior name.
The gay bar.
The gay bar. It's a rainbow
Full
bar. Gay
sexual
bar.
beater.
Homo.
That's awesome. I mean, rainbow is my daughter's she says it's her favorite color. I mean, technically
yes,
it's more than one
my
color,
favorite
but that's her
color.
favorite color.
Yeah.
That's
all
really
of the
that's
colors.
But if
really
you mix
cute.
them all together, you have a favorite color. Just brown.
Yeah, it's just like a shade of crap brown. Every color eventually devolves into crap brown at some point.
It's like, I mean, you guys might be too young. I don't know if people still do this, but it's like going to Dairy Queen and getting the slush and having them mix all of the colors together. That's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I go to college near a Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
I go there all the time.
the poo smoothie.
So now that we've got that established, you know, we'll go into some questions, and hopefully we can keep this fairly well organized. But
not
you
a
know,
chance.
Nope.
I
you
don't
know, we just came off of the May
Yeah.
Norwalk event, which was
Rocked it.
awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
I have nothing to compare it to because it was my first event, so I only know as a viewer in the past, but I thought it was a really well-run event. There was a lot of great energy going on. You know, so many really, really good matches, and you know, at least in the 3 pounds, which was what I was competing in, I think that Droopy was inevitable.
Yes.
I don't know.
Johnny knows
I
more
think
about that
Droopy
than
can be
anyone.
beaten fairly easily, but that's just me.
Oh
All
my.
right,
Okay,
Bat.
Tommy, you heard that, Tommy?
That's just
We
me.
need to
If I
see
can
a
fight
grudge
Droopy, I will
match.
1v1
So, Lars, how about you
Droopy.
tell us about how
Tommy
you're gonna
Wong,
beat
come at
Droopy?
me.
I'll make sure to get you guys in a grudge match.
Throne.
Wow.
Droopy got rid of so many
Droopy's
good
like
bots.
really scary. I just think it can be beaten. It's not like unbeatable, but like I don't know until I fight it. So like you have
Lars,
to
Lars,
last
he's
words.
gonna just split jet lag apart like the second hit.
it literally cannot can it cut like straight through a grade 9 like AR bolt? I don't think so.
Probably.
Yes. Yeah. It
I
can.
don't know, man. You
The
want
thing
It
is
sliced
huge.
through Corey's emulsifier thing. I saw.
Oh really?
It has
was
like
the size
11
of a
inch.
30-pounder, so it probably has negative
That's true.
armor.
It had like the skirts of UHMW at the front though.
That's like
Yeah, it was like half
UHMW.
engine.
Like I don't care about the UHMW.
I'm curious though that, you know, like I think a lot of people who were talking about this event said that, you know, when you look at the robots that went far, that it really broke a lot of the meta, you know, in terms of what robots could win the event. Yeah,
Horizontal's making a big comeback, which
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
makes sense because they can just do so much damage in so little amount of time.
Well, because now 3D
2023
printing is
don't
a
have
lot
is
of
the
people
year
do
of
like
horizontal.
It is.
Yes. If you
It
don't have
really
a
is.
proper counter to them, like stuff like Lynx does, where they just use speed and like back out of the way and use a
Punch.
big old tie and a beater, there's not much you can do with them, like with the standard beater bar 2-wheel drive drum setup. Like even with jet lag, its biggest weakness is horizontals. Like that's fairly standard for the majority of the fields, like the 2-wheel drive beater bar drum kind of style, and they're just like naturally weak to horizontals. So it's like a really good thing for such a dominant design like the beater bars to have such a hard counter like the horizontals.
Didn't
If they
every
keep
go, Alex?
if they keep doing well, Norwalk's just gonna add a shelf
No.
Yes, yes, no. Oh, no, no, no,
We'll
no.
see.
No,
So
no.
halfway through the fight, the entire arena goes down and it's a pit. And both
Completely
robots
open.
lose. So it's a double knockout and everyone loses. So every
Then
Norwalk
Brett
fight
just
is
slams through the floor.
the floor
But we're
just
talking like a full,
disappears,
like,
the robots
fast,
fall out.
just-
Yeah, just no, both sides just like open, so there's no
Yeah.
Yeah,
floor.
just the
And then the robots
robots
get
fall out of
launched down into
concrete
the
floor.
audience.
Yes.
No, I actually have a good question, and like I'm gonna, because I want everybody's answer on this. So we'll go around, we'll do the alphabetical order thing again, because that seems to work pretty well. So my question is, especially like one of the things that I love about Norwalk in particular is just the level of like creativity, and even with robots that are very like devastating and can cause damage, there's still a lot of creativity. So if any of you had an unlimited amount of money and resources to build any kind of robot you would want to build, what would
That's a
it
good
be?
question.
So I
That's a
want to
good
get
question.
these answers. So Alex is first.
Probably like the 40 12-pound CADs I have.
Yes.
He
I
is-
have way
they're
too many.
No, you need to do it
amazing.
specifically to prove Ethan Shipley wrong.
Yeah, the horizontal, it's like 2 feet off the ground. I gotta do that one.
Oh my god, you gotta to prove the entire Norwalk Havoc server wrong. Oh, she won't hit anything. Oh, it's a bad design. Just build it and win.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she couldn't
I-
hit anything. Don't worry.
If there's any way to post them, I can, but like I don't know how.
You can like share your screen and you can pull up the cat
That's
on
true.
Fusion.
Hold on. You guys can talk and I'll do that then.
All right, Chris.
Let's go. We get a CAD
Oh,
walkthrough.
what am I gonna?
Oh, do you want to see some mean cats that I've been doing?
Oh, I have the copperhead thing still open.
Yes,
All right, Chris,
that's the
go.
best one.
What would I do? I don't know. Well, definitely nowadays, I would definitely do like something like a positively hysterical. I mean, I'm in love with that robot, man. I'm in love with what Tom's been doing. I would, or I would make a big melty brain. I would make a Project Liftoff easily, because Project Liftoff has been probably like one of my top 3 robots since I first got into Norwalk. And listening to that thing when it's spinning up, like imagine that iconic sound on the BattleBots. It's 250 pounds. Everybody's gonna look and be like, "I might die today, but it's gonna look cool."
A
Just
250
imagine that
melty would
thing
be
just
very cool.
puffing around and going flying.
I don't
They
think
don't
it
allow
would
that
be
at
super
TV,
good,
right?
Arena
but it
hazard.
would be cool.
I don't think.
Yeah, it would probably kill someone. Because I know
It would
Greg and Trey are
crazy.
very particular about the arena. If you thought Deep Six was bad, I have a feeling because it's 250 pounds of the whole weapon, that would definitely cause a
Oh.
breach.
Don't the current rule set not allow a melty
Yeah.
brain?
They don't
Yeah,
allow
because
melty.
of the
Exactly.
weight
Yeah.
limit.
But if
But
you
it's
did
technically a
if you did a multi-bot, one that was
I was gonna
like
say, why
a
not a
130-pound lifter and then a 120-pound melty brain, that would technically be allowed.
yeah.
I would probably
Project
just say
Liftoff
2
team
melty
had a
brains then.
CAD for that. It was 2 small melty brains.
I feel like
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
gonna do
Exactly.
melty brains, like you should have one that's not a melty brain that can like push into the other.
Ping pong around the arena.
That's what the original Liftoff had. This like really
Yeah.
awful 1 pound lifter that was like a box with a servo sticking out the top, and it did things, I guess, but
What was
like
that one in
it was really funny because it was really cursed.
2021 July? It was like UFO Joe or something, and it had that like
Oh,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
it was
Oh, yeah,
like a
UFO
nano
Joe, the
weight
robot that
wedge
never
bot,
worked
and then there's
properly.
like 5 pounds of just spinning mass.
That thing was
Yeah.
crazy.
I want to see it back.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
Wasn't it a ring
Yeah,
spinner
there you
too?
go. Just
Yeah, so
Yeah, it was a ring.
melty brains. Bring melty brains to BattleBots. That's it. I just want to bring melty brain chaos.
Just do like 40 or 200. What would be? I can't do the math, but a ton of Project Liftoff.
Yes.
Yeah,
right?
It's
that
the
would be
army of
New
Liftoff.
project liftoff.
80 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do 12-pound liftoffs. Like, I mean, they already
Mhm.
ran. There's the 12-pound flip and cut. Why not a bunch of 12-pound or 30-pound liftoffs in the
I want to
box?
see them run 4
an army
liftoffs
of-
as a 12-pounder.
They had a
Well,
30 lift.
something about
Yeah, no,
melting
yeah, no, they
brains
did
is
have
the
a- there was like
higher
a-
you get in the weight classes, the worse the design inherently gets. Because the
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
power to weight ratio you have,
Exactly.
They had
the
a
less
30-pound lift
weight
off.
you have to spend on the actual armor of what it's made of and like the material for the teeth, because you have to spend it more on motors, get the same amount of power to weight ratio as you do with the beetle weight. Because the beetle weight you just use like 2 prop drives or like 2 outrunners and just slap some wheels on, you're good to go. But for like a heavyweight, you're gonna have to use some like dual setup and then make it shock proof and then do a bunch of other shenanigans that take up a ton of weight. So it's
Yes.
like
Ben from Team Panic, I think, struggled a lot with that when he was designing Zap. It was like,
Yeah.
how do I
yeah,
get this
that's
much
funky.
power without like spending 100 pounds on motors?
Mm.
That's
I think
what
the
you have
main
to
thing
do
with
to
that
get
is like the like motor powered flippers. They just don't work at 250, but they can
Yeah.
easily work.
No,
at
no, no. They
2,000
work in
torque.
RR2. They work in
Yeah.
RR2. Shut up.
The
Shut up.
moat, the moat.
Yes, the overvolted moto energy flipper. Yes.
Oh. All right. Next would be James.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I would do is I'll make a 30 pounds of this bot I made a while back. I think Johnny remembers it. And there was this game called like Robot Rumble 2. I made this bot that was an overhead spinner. It was called I Like Fire. It had like 30 flamethrowers sticking out of every single side. So pretty much you couldn't see what's going on.
Average
Neither bot could see what's
early
going on.
R2
And it would just
bot.
spin out of control and hit everything it could. It was so funny. I would do that.
Average
Any
early
day.
RR2 bot.
It had like flamethrowers on the edge of the blade and the self-riding.
There was like it was on the
It was
self blade,
great.
on the wheels, on the bot, on like
Yes,
everything.
yes.
Someone made a shell
couldn't
spinner
see.
Robot Rumble 2 a while back. There was like 50, 60 flamethrowers, and it would just spin, and it would just crash the game.
Oh, that
It was
reminds me of
built-in fog of war.
CHB's Death Shell that was made completely out of batteries.
Oh yeah.
What?
No,
Nathan.
it wasn't Batterer. It wasn't Batterer. It was I think I'm the only one who has the file. He made this shell. Let me explain R2. R2 is like a robot fighting video game
Yeah.
where you can build
We should
robots
clarify that.
in a video game and fight them, which most of us do now at this point.
Yeah.
And
Johnny's weird.
Carter, which is CHB on his name, Carter from Adrift. You probably know that robot. He's been doing R2 forever. And he's made this shell spinner that was like a normal frame, but the shell was completely made out of batteries. Like the whole thing was made out of batteries. And the second the robot got hit, it would crash the game. It would spin up,
Nathan.
hit, and then crash the game.
Nathan from Robot Rumble 2 also built like a huge Esker robot that was made out of batteries. And I
Yeah,
think it had like
committing arson
Yeah.
by the internet.
Guys, your battery arm.
but the moment you
not a
loaded it in,
blade
it
of
was just like
battery.
fire particles
Oh,
everywhere.
also, another funny thing about batteries in R2, they're actually invincible. So they catch on fire, but then you can't rip them off. So you can, in theory, use batteries as your front armor, and literally nothing can get through it. Which is pretty funny.
No, yeah. Speaking of batteries, Team Stamina is known for like when like about to go out, we just add like 15 or like 2 lipos on the bots and then
they're
purposely
mini
blow them up in a
huge.
fight.
Yeah.
Purposely
Let me
put
tell a
lipos,
story.
fully
Look
charged
back.
lipos on our bots and then just blow them up. And just
Well,
have
every
them.
event
Let me
we
tell
do
you a
that.
story
Every
about this
event.
bot.
Yeah, we grab a
The
lipo,
mini-
we put it on a mini bot, and
Put it
Lars,
on the mini.
I mean,
At the
Alex,
September event, I put a lipo on a hexbug duck,
Yeah.
and then I put one of Johnny's old robots forks on the back, and it was attached to the string that the milk tank team gave us. And so I put a napkin with the words "I challenge Luke to a thumb war" written on it, and he didn't take me up, and I'm still mad
Oh,
about
damn.
that.
There's something really bad about
You would have
lipos. I mean,
lost
no,
though.
it's
You would have lost.
Yeah,
it's good, but it's bad for us. Lipos are so invincible. Like you could like hit them so many times they don't blow up.
I love
Yeah,
inhaling
sometimes they
lipo
just
fumes. They're
don't.
so tasty.
The
Probably
mini
'cause
huge
all the
smell
ones
like
that, like,
Johnny has
lipo.
experience with that.
Probably because
Do you
all of
have
the
it,
ones
Alex?
at like the Norwalk place are discharged, so they
no,
don't blow up.
so you
Well,
can
the one on
ask-
mini huge wasn't.
So basically, we would literally go up and ask the staff, "Hey, do you have like, I don't know, a 4S that we can use?" And they're
And they
like,
give us like a
"Yeah,
12
why?"
pound.
Yeah, we're like, "We want to blow it up." They're like, "Oh, okay."
Wait.
And
We-
they just like they probably give you okay. What I'm expecting is why they don't blow up is because they probably give you the ones that have bad cells.
Yeah.
So like instead of a fully charged proper lipo, they give you one with like all the cells have like 1 volt in them, and they're like
Yeah.
basically unsavable. So
Some of them were like I got a fully charged 6S from Austin once. Yeah,
my.
to blow up.
Oh, I remember Austin. Yeah, you asked Austin. I can't talk. He's like, okay, and just gave you it.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I love ruining $300 6S's. They're wonderful. I've dabbled into big old lipos for RC stuff, and crap, those things get expensive really fast.
I think I might have stopped all of you. When me and my brother, my little brother Matt, he was sitting in the pits forever. We grabbed the Hexbug Witch Doctor from my home, and his whole day was spent hot wiring the power switch to the battery. So when it turned on, essentially, and it started to move, it would immediately explode. We ended up duct taping like 30 lipos to that thing.
Remember,
I kid not, it's a
the whole
mountain of
arena
lipos.
was
It
smoke.
looked
You couldn't
more
see
like a
anything.
bundle of duct tape with batteries than it was a robot. We literally went all around. We were asking literally everyone in the pits, and a bunch of people donated. And then he threw it into the big box, the 30-pound box or whatever, in a rumble with a flamethrower and a bunch of big verts. And they punted that all of the lipos burned, and the whole bot was completely at the top, and everything was all incinerated. There was
For the
lipos,
record,
it's on the
this is
it's
all
on the
safe.
YouTube channel at Norwalk. It was so fun.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
it
This
It's
was
like
all
we asked
done
the staff.
safely
We
at
asked the
Norwalk.
staff. They all say it's okay.
Yeah, this
Nothing
is
bad
with
happened.
permission, ready.
Yes.
The staff know it's not like
Yeah.
we're not just blowing up light.
We're not that
They
insane.
love us.
We're not that stupid. Like, we're pretty stupid,
like-
but not that stupid.
And that's the thing. NHRL loves Team Stamina,
No, I'm
except for the
pretty
cleanup
stupid.
crew. The
Yeah.
cleanup crew hate us.
The henchmen.
Dude, they gave
Yeah.
my brothers the most
Henchman,
dirtiest look. They were so pissed. They
Yo,
were
you're
not
next, man.
pleased having to clean up all those lipos. Because once again, if you have to clean up like 20 lipos that went off at once, I mean, you wouldn't be happy too.
Just
Okay, I
just
Oh,
got
yeah.
a slight genuine question. What does blowing up 1 billion lipos have to do with the original question we are being asked? Just want to know.
Let's go back to the topic.
I think I
Johan,
forgot.
Johan, if you
I
can
don't
make
care
any
about going
dollars
back
as
to the
amount of
topic.
money,
I just
what
want to
would
know
you
how
choose?
we got here.
Yeah. So
Real.
Johnny definitely knows about this, and I think I've given him brain cancer the amount of times I've talked about it. I think I'd get like a 4-wheel drive, like 30-pounder with no weapon, and strap a Tesla coil on it.
oh,
And
You can't do that.
you can't do that.
with all my infinite money, I will bribe NHRL, and
You
I
can't bribe
will
Austin.
do it. I will do it.
Start in the square and immediately short your opponent.
I'm gonna
I
like
can't wait for
blow
it
the
to fight a
fuse.
spinner. The spinner's gonna ride up the wedge, blow up the Tesla coil in one hit, and it to be able to do nothing.
You'll just pull a cobalt and take out all the lights.
It would definitely be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd have enough like weight because I'm gonna have to use like a ton of batteries to
You could
And I
you
was
could
having
make a
offer solid
shuffler,
split second. And then just,
you could do shuffler, and then
With-
you could also do like a small Tesla coil.
yeah.
Barrel
negative
walker
iron.
shuffler.
Mini buff
No, you want a
Oh
big
yes,
Tesla
yes.
coil.
Call up Xander, force him to do it. Zunda.
Yeah.
yeah. Next would be Johnny.
Me? All right. Oh man. I would do a hammer saw. Oh, like I just if I knew how to CAD one and I could like afford all of the failed versions it would take.
I got you,
All the
fam.
belts.
I got you.
Oh,
Hamper, my beloved,
so good.
my
Selling it.
beloved.
Selling it. For the record, selling it.
I will
it's
buy it.
really I just
I'll
love.
buy temper for $2.
Please.
And
You know
59
what'd be
cents.
cool? An Omni hammer saw.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Actually,
like
It's
an
like-
ominous.
you need to push.
New
it actually
shatter.
wouldn't work well, but you know.
Honestly, that'd be kind of cool because you could. Yeah, it wouldn't work well because the hammer saw kind of relies on control. That's why
but
all
you
the
have,
Omni
you have to be able
all
to
Omni
hit people.
control bots don't really work that well because
Yeah.
you
You
they
need
don't really they
traction.
can't really control.
Yeah.
But if I could build like a 3-pound hammer saw, a really good one, like saw blade style. Oh, that'd be so cool. I just love that pin and then like just the helplessness of I get like 3 free shots. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Mitch.
I would probably go with, so I'm kind of split between two ideas. First would be like a 30 pounds front hinge flipper. You never see those around anymore. I think the last successful one was like in old Robot Wars. Well, no, maybe new Robot Wars. But the other idea I had, and I think Johnny might remember this idea, would be it'd be a multi-bot. One, and this is what I was talking about earlier. One of them is like, it's not even a melty brain. It just goes to the center of the arena and spins around and gets like, I don't know, some crazy like 500 miles per hour or something. And then the other one is like some kind of push bot that pushes the other robot into it.
Like an actual arena hazard.
Yeah, literally like an arena hazard that you could exploit. And yeah, I would feel like that would be a very good usage of money. I don't know if NHRL rules would allow it though. Like, I don't know if that counts as an active weapon, just spinning as fast as you can.
Well, you just give the other robot a lifter, so then it doesn't matter.
No, just put like a little unpowered N20 with
Also,
like a
it-
pencil.
it's
No,
strange how-
powered
Flagstick.
N20. Just give it like a self-rider, and you can claim it's a weapon.
Yeah.
It's strange how like NHL has I think none flipper, like CO2 flippers.
Yeah, there was
There was
Kelpie.
one, but I think it was
Kelpie.
Kelpie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's pretty
That was
much it.
all Norwalk.
It's so
though.
hard to pull off. At
That's
the
true.
Did they ban
moderate
them?
level.
no,
Guy
it's
who
just
built,
so hard, like with all the weight.
the guy who built Green Eggs and Wham was working on one at one point, I believe. I think it was him.
Well, I know there's some actual really like impressive ant weight Numas.
Oh yeah,
So it's like
and 150
it's-
gram ones.
the 150 gram ones are cool, but like the ant weight ones are really awesome. Like the
Yeah.
one made by, I don't know his name, from the Merca server is like really cool.
Yeah.
With like the tank sticking out the top. It's really funny, but it's really cool.
Right, so Lars, you want to give us
Well,
your amazing
this
design?
is tough because I have a soft spot for a lot of bots. First up, just like Johnny, 4-wheel drive hammer saws are the shite. I would pay genuine money to get a good 4-wheel drive hammer saw because I adore those things. Like not shuffler, like as cool as Temper is, I would love like a genuine 4-wheel drive
Genuine.
system, like 8 lights, kind of like 8 lights, but like a more different geometry. Because like 4-wheel drive hammer saws, I adore so much. So I'd build like one of those on like a Beetle or a 12, probably a Beetle because it would be kind of successful. But like you would have no weight for like a lot of stuff. But like I adore 4-wheel drive hammer saws. Or it would probably be either that or a grabber lifter because then like a proper grabber lifter sounds like so much fun to drive. And I've always been like kind of a fan of control bots, but I don't have the intelligence up here to actually CAD one. Because all I know is just like slap a brushless motor on something and you can make a spinner that works half decently. But like I would
You
have
do the
to
same
actually,
exact thing, Lars.
I
do the
mean, I
same
could
thing.
just,
Oh,
I
he's
have
got
the
Alex,
aloft
he's
head. I
got
just
every show
steal
and
the
tell
aloft
here.
head.
Yeah,
and
he
put
is-
everything else. But
Alex,
No,
what
I-
don't
like
you
a-
have?
I would
I
like a
have this.
proper like grab and then pick up and then just hold and then be able to go around the arena with the other robot picked up. Because like that would be awesome.
Something
Yeah,
that something that I would love is a suplexer. I just love suplexes. Just like grab and then hold them up and just ride them. It's just so fun.
Yeah,
I want to
actual-
see one that picks them up and then just slams them against stuff like really hard.
And
Like a
somehow I get
grappler that has like a
better.
pneumatic system attached and just boom.
Just force, just like Alex could probably just modify the aloft cat so it doesn't go all the way back and just like has a limiter and then
Yeah.
just it would just grab and
And
then
stop
lift
switches.
and then just slam against walls with the drive power the thing has. What kind of stupid motor was that thing using, Alex, for the lifter?
35, 30, 35,
Yeah.
40. So what core uses in its amplifier?
Yeah. That thing was so funny.
Actual
fun.
genuine shout out to the control bots because to build a
Yes.
real, I'm gonna shout out Matt with Fallout and Half-Life here because those things are
Yes.
so
Yeah.
durable and to build a genuine
Yeah, like a
robot,
competitive control bot is insane.
that's so much harder than just putting wheels and like a little spinner on it. Like
Mhm.
and to have a successful one as well
Yeah.
is so impressive. That's why Quantum and Claw Viper have such a huge fan base. Not only are they, you know, really fascinating and beautiful robots.
I will say
Yeah.
stuff like Half-Life is not the bare minimum, but it's kind of low on the controlbot spectrum because it's a beetle weight. You're limited in weight
Yeah.
to have actual, because it can have actual ton of drive power, a fairly mediocre weapon, but it can get the job done and like flip over opponents. It's not just a stick, but it's like a fairly mediocre weapon and just a ton of drive and a good amount of armor to be actually be able to hold up to spinners. Because like if you do something like Alex the Loft, you need to sacrifice a lot to get that proper grab and lift motion majority of the time. And you
Mhm.
don't have weight for that to be a competitive beetle weight in the current meta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it only had a printed chassis and just kind of got torn up.
Yeah, it was like nylon chassis, and he brought it to Norwalk and
Yeah.
got annihilated by like the first genuine spinner it fought.
I'd just like
Well,
to point
yeah.
out we're averaging around 20 to 30 minutes per question at this point.
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like we've had two questions so far. It's already like an hour.
I know, and I only have a couple more questions because with the number of people that we have
Yeah, yeah,
here,
Yeah.
I have to limit myself a
Yeah,
little
But
bit.
I'm just gonna say
Okay,
my
yeah, wait,
answer
so-
would be like a 4-wheel drive hammer saw with like width in the front, and then it would taper around to the back, like that kind of geometry. I did something
Yeah.
similar to it on R2, but like a 4-wheel drive hammer saw or like a really wide 4-wheel drive beater. Like a really wide 4-wheel drive beater, like fully defined width, but 4-wheel drive and like a small egg beater in the middle. But like 4-wheel drive hammer saws are like awesome and I love them.
We should start like just have like speed rounds with questions.
Yeah.
Well, the next
Okay.
round
Yeah.
can definitely be a speed round.
Okay,
That
yeah,
should be
let's
pretty
not,
easy.
let's
Yeah.
not get off into a tangent on every single question.
Yeah. So
I don't think you
speed
get to
round.
talk, Lars.
Speed round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, Lars.
I
come on.
wasn't the one
Okay,
doing
speed
it.
round.
I will
So
just not talk, and I guarantee you it won't make a difference.
so the next question shouldn't require going into too much detail, but for each of you, if you could pick any robot that is not your own, and it could be BattleBots, it could be a Norwalk robot, it could be any robot that is like your favorite robot that you're like, oh my gosh, that's such an amazing robot. What robot would it be? So we'll try and
Lot of
speed
good
round this as much as possible.
Yeah.
Alex.
Quantum, done.
Chris.
You're really putting me on in a pressure cooker here, man. I mean, there's just too many to not say. Like, I have favorites for each show, each competition. So hard.
Just give us one NHRL, one
Okay,
battle
come
boss. How
back to
about
me. I
that?
gotta put some thought into that.
All right,
You
we'll
just
come
give
back.
one button. Like,
All right, James, you want to go? And then we'll
Yeah.
Saw Blaze.
come back to Chris.
I already have mine.
Saw Blaze would be just be such a fun bot.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Johan.
Yeah, so like I think the first episode of BattleBots I watched with Johnny, there was Glitch. And I really like Glitch. It's a cool robot, omni-drive. Kind of sad because they're not the best performing, but I gotta go with Glitch.
7-1 in the first season is what I'd consider pretty good. Not
Yeah.
that was my pure luck, but
Well, it didn't have the hardest fights. Honestly.
Yeah.
It kind of got
Even
great
then, though.
fights.
Even then, it still was so
Yeah.
crazy every single
Oh, yeah.
fight.
Okay, Johnny, what about you?
Oh man. So this one and this one. Next.
I was gonna say wins.
I'm a genuine. I love Lynx so much.
I bought
would've-
links from Calvin at Nationals, and I will give it to you. I will give you links for $2.
All right, deal.
The thing is, Lynx, it just seems like it's looks so easy to drive because of what Calvin does it. It would be so difficult
oh,
just to
Yeah.
control.
it's so
Calvin's
fast.
just- Calvin's like a robot. I wouldn't be
It like
surprised.
it tops it at like 6 miles an hour, which is like probably about as fast as jet lag, but it has so much torque. It's like
Yeah.
a really torquey brushless setup with a lot of grip. So it looks fast because it's a small arena. It's only 8 feet, but the robot only tops at like 6 miles an hour. But that's fast enough, and it has so much acceleration that it's actually faster than like most robots that are actually faster than it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It just like
Right.
lasers.
yeah,
straight.
like top speed doesn't
Crazy.
matter when the arena is only 8 feet.
All right.
acceleration is like really high on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like low geared, but like high ass KB.
I'd
I
say,
feel-
yes, for mine, I kind of have one favorite NHRL and one BattleBot. For BattleBots, I'd have to say my favorite, it's always been Chomp.
Mhm.
Like every version of it, I literally had like a season 2 Chomp birthday cake. Which they saw. It was really fun. It was my first time ever interacting with the BattleBots team online. For NHRL, there's one that I really wish would come back. Whittle by Whittle would probably be my favorite. That was the Yankaskas, and it was one of the first robots I saw in person, and it was like really cool, really fun to watch. It was like fireworks show, 'cause overhead saw, so fireworks show whenever it fought. It was really fun. I want them to bring that back if they can.
My favorite, like at least in terms of most robots, my favorite's Temper. Like that's my favorite ant weight in existence. Uh, heavyweight, heavyweight's tough. It's probably gonna be Claw Viper, because like I've seen that thing in person. The thing's a riot. It looks awesome. It looks like a great thing to drive with all the downforce. Norwalk robot's tough because there's a lot of really cool robots there that are really pretty, and yeah, they look like fun to drive. But like I don't know, because like Norwalk robots are tough to decide because they're all half of them are finger tech beater bars, and the other half of them are 4-wheel drive verts, and the other half of them are mid cutters.
Lars is
That's
very good at
actually
math.
that's
Yes,
150%, by the way.
Three
So
halves.
it's like
3 halves.
I don't know. It'd probably be something. Let me think, because there's like a lot of silk. It would be silk.
That's a good.
Yeah, it'd be silk. But yeah,
Also-
Temper, Claw Viper, and Silk are probably like some of my favorite robots.
Quickly, I gotta add on. I completely forgot. I don't know how I forgot. Deep Six. I just love that thing.
Solid.
Yeah.
I was like almost crying when it left. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I have another one to add on. Bad posture. It's just a wonderful
Oh my god!
robot.
Oh my god!
It was so
Wait,
amazing.
We have to fill in.
Johnny, Trade
Christy.
Posture, best robot.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, no, yeah,
We
no.
have to
Add
fill
on.
in
Add
Christy.
in more
Yeah.
bad posture.
Bad posture was my very first like custom 3-pound robot. Spartan was still a kit. This was in September 2021, and I had really no idea what I was doing. So I built this tiny little 4-wheel drive vert. It was
Fully
completely TPU with brass inserts. So the whole thing basically was like bending itself apart. The power switch was hanging out the top. The weapon never worked.
It was
And it was very funny, but I brought it back in like a weird terminal velocity type thing, 3-pounder, and I brought it to Horde. And my one of the other Team Stamina members, John, who's not here right now, he has Tray Bucket, which is actually might be my favorite robot. And he was I fought him in the first match, and I like did too much damage. He couldn't get it back working, but I had bad posture. So we entered it in the next fight as Tray Posture, or was it Bad Bucket? It might have been Bad Bucket. I'm forgetting. Yeah, sorry. That there's a
yeah. It's just
I'm pretty
wonderfully
sure it was
designed
Trade
robot.
Posture, but Bad Bucket is such a better name.
Oh yeah, also like bad posture. It had a axe and then a Drisks. But the thing is, we had Johnny had to when like he made it working, had to shove everything inside the bot just to make it work. He was like, "Ugh, ugh." It was just such a bad but funny bot, and it did get a
TPU,
win.
so it was just
It did get a win.
exploding from the inside out. Oh,
Yeah.
Chris, wait.
Yeah, Chris, you got your answer?
You have to go.
Yeah, well, I guess if we're listing one Norwalk, one BattleBots. First with BattleBots, I'm gonna take it back a little bit of throwback, a little bit old school. I'm going Son of Waiachi.
Yeah.
Son of Waiachi. It was the first ever robot I ever saw. And when I watched it rip the face off of creepy Carly and then shoot the bot, the dead bot, into the active bot, he killed the active bot. I'm like, what? He just used the body of another robot to completely destroy another. He ripped out their face and everything. Like, and the tri-bar, like, it was just such a unique weapon. I had to, like, I remember in school, I got a Team Waiachi shirt, I got a Son of Waiachi shirt, I got a Team Waiachi hat, and I wore that almost every day of that school year. Like, I was hooked. Son of Waiachi was the first ever robot I ever saw when I was a kid. It got me hooked. Hell, I even went back to the old Comedy Central. I looked on YouTube. I watched this old Comedy Central fight, and I loved it even more. Back when I used to be a shuffler. But yeah, Son of Waiachi. That was basically my gateway into the sport. Was watching Son of Waiachi on BattleBots as a kid. I watched you just terrorize people with a huge weapon. And then if we're talking
That
about
was pretty cool.
Norwalk,
That was pretty cool.
it's probably predictable, but I gotta shout out my man Devin and Shredded Bro. It's gotta be Shredded Bro.
Fair.
He taught me everything. I know he still teaches me about everything. He gives me advice on parts. Hell, he's the one who taught me and got me to Norwalk. Like, I never knew about Norwalk. He's the one who exposed me to the whole Beetle 8 scene. He's basically the whole reason I'm here. How could I not pick anyone but Shredded Bro? Because he's really the one who I owe a lot of the success to.
Find it funny that you run a 2-wheel drive beater, and you picked a 2-wheel drive beater as your favorite robot.
It's nothing about that. It's just because I have to show.
Yeah, I know. It's just about Evan. Evan's a really good guy, but like, I
Yeah,
just find that
Evan's so awesome. I think everyone here just loves
Yeah.
him.
He is
fought
the
him
best.
twice.
best.
Oh, also
He's the
gotta
best.
shout out Ashley with
Yeah.
Yes.
all of the cowbots. Vaca Tank was my favorite out of
I got
Back
to
at
be
I could think it's
I
bad
used
because
my
Ethan
Hexbug.
designed it.
I used my Hexbug. What was it? Blacksmith as the mini bot for how do I pronounce this? Vaca Tank. Vaca
Oh,
Tank.
How do you
And
say
it was a dream. I love that bot. Love the whole Milk Tank team. Amazing.
Yeah.
I was honored.
Ashley and
Vacuum
Tamara
tank.
are like the best. They're so awesome.
Vacuum tank.
Also, that was a pretty
also
not
got
very
to run
speedy
a
speed run.
mini bot with
Yeah, it
him.
wasn't
know.
that speedy, but you know,
10
that's-
minutes or something?
10 minutes to
I gotta
comparison
shout
to
out-
30.
We went from
I
30
gotta-
minutes to 10.
Yeah,
pretty
That's
good.
exactly.
Yeah.
that's a great downgrade.
Last
Ow.
question, and this is a very like heavy question, but Team Stamina 250-pound robot when?
Johnny,
2
just
years.
Johnny, you go.
Yeah.
Do it.
Afterimage. We're
Afterimage
doing
is
it.
a robot that does
Afterimage.
exist. It's not going to work, but it's going to exist.
Yeah, no,
It was like
awful
500
robot.
pounds.
No, you
Yeah,
lied.
It was
about
like it was like
absolutely
100
terrible.
pounds overweight.
Yeah.
Johnny
Yeah.
We did the first version and it's really so the first version I was like, oh, let's go with the biggest blade ever. So 5-foot diameter blade. There's a reason no one does it.
No shit, Johnny. No shit.
So yeah, we're gonna shrink it to probably like we're thinking what 3 foot, maybe
Yeah,
an inch
3.5 foot diameter, I think is what we were
Still-
like talking
I was thinking counter gyro.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Shrink
I
it
just
more.
want to say,
With
okay,
what
counter
weight,
gyro is
Johnny?
really
With
smart,
what
No,
weight?
the thing is,
We'll
no,
just keep
Ripperoni
shrinking it.
Ripperoni works so like in the last. I just
Well, the
since
problem is
we-
counter gyro
we
takes
went
up
at
like
BattleBots.
50 pounds.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
since
that's
we-
the problem
listen,
with counter gyro.
we would shrink it and we could just save like 20 pounds, right?
Yeah.
25 pounds, spin like a brass thing really fast, even if we
Yeah,
can
you would-
cancel out. Oh wait, Afterimage, by the way, for people that don't know, think of Nightmare and Ominous. Like
It's okay, I'll explain. It's a 3, so it's the nightmare style frame. It has the 3 contact points. The back
That's it.
point, yeah, that works too. It has the
That
3
was-
contact points. It has the front 2 are both an omnidirectional wheel, and the back one is also an omnidirectional wheel. So in theory, it could do what like Ominous does and go all directions. I don't know why that's important for a robot like that, but it's Johnny's design, so we can
It's
figure
cool.
that out.
Well, because
It's-
you
it's
can always
cool.
keep it pointed at them, so that way, like, they can't get
But
around.
you
'Cause
could
if they
also
hit the
just
back.
like, but you could also just like turn.
well, it's also just Nightmare if it doesn't have Omni wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
the
for
whole
sure.
goal of
It's nightmare, but like nightmare isn't fighting. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like a modern Nightmare.
the whole
Honestly,
goal of Afterimage
no.
was to do the whole that thing about, oh, if you have ground game, you win. No, we don't care about ground game. We're just gonna hit you no matter what.
I'd
Yeah,
also like to
that- I
point
just
out.
want to shoot out
Horizontals
that giant
exist.
blade.
We don't have something for fighting horizontals, so
Listen, well, if we shrink it,
well, okay,
theoretically,
Johnny,
we
Johnny,
can
it doesn't matter
connect
because they don't
them.
exist anyway. They're all gone anyway.
So I'd like to point out when Johnny was catting the thing, he would always send us like these spreadsheets. And it was honestly a little funny and a little sad to just watch his breakdown as he slowly realizes
It's
that
overweight.
it's
That
just
it's like
so
started
heavy.
making, like,
200
everything
pounds
aluminum.
overweight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
And like we were all telling him, that's not gonna make weight. That's not gonna
Yeah,
make weight. That's not
exactly.
gonna make weight. And he's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. And then he builds the thing.
Yeah.
Without the electronics, he's like, guys, I think it's overweight. And we're like, I freaking told you.
I think we currently have 2 very overweight Afterimage chassis,
Yeah.
plus a 70
You built a
pound.
second one.
No, there's
You guys
there's
built
a
a
couple there's a couple aluminum parts for the old one.
Oh, in that
If
case.
I swap to 1/2-inch aluminum on that old chassis, it would be in weight, but that's such a terrible idea.
Yeah, half-inch
That's
aluminum is
the
gonna
most-
bend if you like
bro, like
look at it wrong.
Beetle weight like horizontal can use half-inch aluminum.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh
it's-
yes, I can't wait to hold up my 50-pound bar with 1/2-inch aluminum. I'm sure
Yeah.
nothing will go wrong.
We'll just do
with,
we'll
like,
do
the-
PLA frame for weight.
I'd also
Yeah,
like-
PLA.
Yeah.
Just a
TPU.
massive. No, TPU doesn't break. TPU
The whole
breaks.
thing just caves.
It's 70
You build
pound.
the thing, you mount the bar, the whole thing just flexes.
I'd also like to point out that like Team Stamina, for the most part, we build our own robots, so we bring them together. Now, for starters, we need to thank Johnny. He's been super amazing. Like he's building,
No,
or he's
screw Johnny, he stinks.
he's
No one
designing
cares.
the robot. He's paying for a lot of it.
No.
Thank
you,
Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny has said at least like 10 times that he was gonna quit Team Stamina. At least 10
I'm like,
times.
I'm done with you guys. Lars, you're the new captain. Bye.
But
I was the captain for like 5.5 milliseconds. So
I was the
Damn.
captain
He
for
made
a while.
one
I
mistake.
kept
That's the
Johnny out.
worst idea
Thank
I've ever
you. I
heard.
sent him a nice little letter. But I'd also like to point out this is the first time we're like kind of building something together. So especially over the past few days, it's been absolute chaos. We have to find somewhere.
No. Zunder and I have
to
built some
build it.
real good robots together. They totally are
Yes.
0-1.
As we said
Well, no,
earlier,
no, the
we're
whole
all in
question-
different parts of like the
Yeah.
US and the Bahamas. It's like,
yeah.
where do we build it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we're trying to figure that
but,
out.
On the
But this is
moon.
the
You
first
build it-
time
you
where-
build it on the moon. You build the robot on the moon.
Yeah,
This is
that
the- well,
we can
let
get
Elon
a
Musk drive
NASA
the
sponsorship.
Starship
Oh
to
yeah,
us.
yes. It was so no, it's okay. There's no one on the moon. It's perfect testing space.
Yeah.
Safe testing.
Actually,
Safe testing on the moon.
I've been thinking about contacting the Bloodsport team, see if we can use their little lot that they have, like the one
Where
that they
is
use.
that?
Maybe what?
Where is that?
I think somewhere northern Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire.
It's like find an abandoned ass parking lot and then just like
Exactly.
stand like 400
That's what
feet away
Tombstone
from
does.
it, and then
That's how I
don't
that's
hit
how I test
anything.
flying purple people leader. Like
If we have,
Yeah,
if anybody
for
has
people
any
to build
abandoned
test flights.
cars,
But
that'd
like
be,
for what you would
Okay,
do with
Scorpios.
Afterimage is you would find a like a abandoned or empty parking lot, go about 400 feet away, and then don't hit anything.
Lars, how big is your room?
About 8,000 feet.
All right, we can put Afterimage and do weapon tests in your room if that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Gladly.
Do it
Yeah.
on
If
my
you
bed.
could just, like,
just do Afterimage weapon test on my bed.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
we
can
can
put the entire BattleBots arena in my room.
Yes.
no, we can take it. We have Johnny ride after image, turn the weapon on, and then just drive him into the sunset.
Yeah.
that'd be make a sick.
That's how you
team,
test a
actually,
weapon.
But yeah, no, Afterimage should come. We were gonna make it because we like Johnny when he like said that
It's going
BattleBots
to exist in
contacted him
2087 at the least. Just
Yeah,
like the
no,
R2
because-
release date.
because it was supposed to be next season of BattleBots, but then we're like, wait, there's no way we can finish this. So maybe
Yeah.
the
the robot's
season
bad.
after the next season of BattleBots. So maybe
that, like-
2025, 2026.
2024,
so,
we can go
James,
to Destructicon.
I don't know if you realize you're
Yeah.
just the first person to have ever like publicly announced that we're like applying.
Who.
No,
James, we haven't like.
Well,
said
we're
that.
Well,
not-
we might not.
We've
but-
said
Johnny
we're
posted about the
probably
Afterimage.
we're probably gonna go to Destructathon at
Yeah.
some
And-
point. My idea was there it is.
Yeah,
That's Afterimage.
yeah, that's Johnny next.
That's
Johnny's
a-
a pretty tall dude.
That's
That's
a
like it's
crusty
huge.
ass picture. I can see the nice whole 2
Yeah.
pixels in that.
It's going
Um,
through Zoom too. So
Yeah,
Yes.
we were thinking
Oh yes,
mobile game
pixelated
first.
robot.
we're thinking robo games first.
Yeah.
Test it there, or just go to Destructathon at the proving grounds.
This is a
Lars, what are
public
you doing,
game.
man?
I'm so
Cut,
Kick him out. Kick him
we're
out.
so sorry,
Cut.
Christine.
Cut.
Get rid of him.
We're trying to
Um,
look
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
We're
so
at the kick,
so
Lars.
we'll go ahead and we'll make sure that we wrap up now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this was definitely a lot of fun, and I will say that you know if Afterimage makes it to BattleBots, Team Stamina is going to be a lot of fun to watch. So
Maybe
you
the
know.
BattleBot parts of it won't go through the roof.
Yeah, let's make sure that doesn't happen.
That's
Yeah,
not an
no,
ideal situation, no.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, this is awesome. You know, obviously, I think myself and a lot of other people look forward to seeing, you know, all of your bots at NHRL in the future as well. You know, as that will continue to happen. But for everybody that's watching the show, please make sure that if you have not, you hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe. Like
and-
Like and subscribe, guys.
and like
That's the
and,
subscribe
and,
button.
and
Subscribe, we're
smash
after it
that
is
bell
coming for
icon.
you.
exactly do
With
all of
your
those
phone.
things.
Smash that bell icon through the roof.
Yeah, just like the Robo Games Arena.
keep
There's
I'm
nothing in
sorry.
this episode we can use.
Lars does not represent the views
Yeah.
and beliefs of Team Stamina.
Yep.
Just gonna put it out there.
Lars, this is going on Team Painfully Obvious record. He is speaking on behalf of his team.
Yeah, yeah.
I-
I'm not
Yeah.
chasing- Guys, I don't register events under Team Stamina, so I am.
This
So
is-
why are you here? Get out.
And I can trash talk Robo Games as much as I want.
well please make sure that you know continue to follow this channel and support Combat Robotics because it's awesome. And yeah, we'll just you know see everyone next time on the show.
And follow Team Stamina on Facebook too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Facebook.
And
That's
on
right.
YouTube.
I run the Stamina Facebook
Oh yeah,
page.
I forgot.